project about planet Earth and making art with reusable materials and reflecting on the importance of saving the earth and the process of making the art and what it is like spiritually for a person to make art. So it's a great sharing on many, many levels, on spiritual levels, personal levels, and it's just amazing to see this come to pass in this gathering here today. I'm drawing the basic outlines of each of these three canvases. I'll call them canvases. It's recycled foam core with recycled paper bags from the grocery store that would normally go in the garbage eventually. So it's kind of the paper bag series because I like, first of all, the color of the bag is nice to work with rather than stark white. It's much more creative to use. So I'm going to start by basically putting down my lines. So the people that come to fill this in with mosaic items, recycled items, have a pathway of design to work with. Okay, so I'm going to continue to put down the line drawing, and this particular scene here is called Water is Life because it talks about the necessity of water on our planet for all life, all organic life, not just humans, but plants, animals, and we need to protect that. So water is life. And then I made the sun here, all important. There's the sun, will be here like a sunrise or a sunset. Here, there, and then here. So in here are rocks. So this is like a rock face that the waterfall flows over. This is going to be the waterfall here. Will be like the blues and greens. The rock will be, all the rock face will be organic earth colors like blacks and browns and grays. And some color, green, some green would be in there. So again, when I tell you it's not just literal what we're doing here, people in the process of making art like this are meditating and contemplating as they're working. It takes one into their right brain, which is the spiritual side of thinking. So it's really enriching to make art, especially in this context of doing something specific to connect with protecting the earth. And as Franciscans, we focus on that through the Pope's new encyclical on Laudato Si. It's amazing to me because it's always been my focus to do artwork that connects with the universe. So this is the moon and the earth and the universe, and so the people that come in today will then fill in the universe, the space, with stars and constellations using different objects that are mostly recycled. Right? And I have glass pieces that can be used for stars. And they can fill in with color with the earth. I have colored cloth that they can cut up. We also have like iridized cloth that could be used like for light that's reflected from the sun, which is not seen here. So this is the earth and the moon, our little piece of the universe to be protected. I call this the Spirit Mother Tree, or the Tree of Life. So trees are important to the earth and to the atmosphere because they put out, they take in the carbon dioxide that we emit from our polluting. Okay, so I am just going to finish off up here with some leaf areas, basically. People can fill this in later. Here, let's put a few branches up here. Branches. So the symbolic part of the tree of life is biblical. And it has lived in many cultures throughout the centuries, human cultures. Okay, that's it. If you'd like to do this at home, look at the kinds of things that you throw into the trash. Coming into this project, I opened myself up to whatever possibilities happen during this day. I didn't lose sleep over it because I knew that I could be synchronous. And when people started coming in the beginning, people dribbled in from the outside, people I had invited. And then sisters started coming in after they had their mass, and everybody started to converge together. And it became a joyous occasion, introducing the materials, showing them what to do. And just by learning how to work with these materials, people found common ground and were sharing different materials back and forth with each other and showing each other how to use glue, how to cut the materials for the project, and how to apply it to the different areas of the drawings that were there, and creating somewhat of a painting, not with paint, but with materials that they glued down, materials like scraps of cloth that were left over from other projects, pieces of what we might call garbage, would be scrap paper, paper that went through a shredder that would go into a landfill normally, pieces of plastic that might be thrown out, that would be thrown out even to a recycling bin. We're never sure where those recycled materials go. Some of them land up in the ocean anyways, even though we're recycling them. So we still want to pay attention to those things. And it makes us reflect on those things we use day to day and say, wow, this was garbage, but we're making it into everybody's trash could be everybody's treasure in some way or another. So, but the people in their conversations reflect all that. And also the walks of life they can't come from. So it's a great sharing on many, many levels, on spiritual levels, personal levels, and it's just amazing to see this come to pass in this gathering here today.
Great. I'll have to make it up there.
Yeah, what I wanted to
It's not just about the artwork, it's the process of making it.
See my leaves? See my leaves before I leave? They're lovely.
I love it.
Make sure you write that next to one of the
It's a
leaves.
Maria Oak.
Write it on there. Yeah.
Is that, you just supposed to be there?
No, but we could work
These
it.
Q-tips are like little mops,
They're like little bugs.
miniature mops.
Well, they could be little branches.
Yeah.
The
part
That's
that
why
you-
glue gun is hot.
What's the other part? I mean, this is the part.
Boy, that's very nice. I like that creative stuff. You know, you get brighter as you go.
Right. Start thinking light bulbs.
Yeah, I like it.
Mountains,
Mountains.
desert,
Yeah.
forest, snow. I don't know what I'm gonna put over here.
And she's putting, let's do this. If I can finish that water, that'll be good. And hers looks like it could be edible. What she's making. That looks like a dish of some sort.
Right.
Must
It's
be.
a charcuterie, right?
Right.
Charcuterie art.
You hear?
Don't forget those snacks. Healthy snacks.
Oh, really?
Wait, I can't do two things at once though. Rosanna and I are from the same area,
Oh, really?
Pennsylvania. She's right from Coriopolis, so she didn't have far to go to school.
Well, I was expecting the unexpected, but today we got to know each other and we got to expand our creativity. So it was fun getting to see everybody stamp their carbon footprint and recycling and just doing artwork together.
I know, look at it.
And a little shop.
Candies.
Trying to do a radiant sun. Is what I'm trying to
Oh,
do.
that's nice.
I'm playing. That's what I call it.
You take this one for it.
Oh, that's the nice
I
one.
mean,
Oh, that would be too. Hey, how did you like your first day of art? You had it in college before.
Art?
Yeah.
Well, I just remember making a penguin out of paper mache when I was a senior. And they liked it so much that they took it to the art show and I won a prize. But I remember bringing that penguin home from Pittsburgh to Coriopolis on a bus in my hand, and everybody was looking at me as though, what is this? You know, it was a paper mache penguin. And I did win a prize for that.
Well, I had it one year in college, and I liked that. We had like a mosaic, and I liked that the best. And today, when we had this paper, you know, we're doing this thing about Earth Week, huh? And it just reminded me, it brought me back to my younger years. I said, oh, I think I can do this. So it made me look back on my years. And I enjoyed it, because then with others coming too and helping us, you know, just, and I completely forgot even why I'm here. I forgot. I thought of that at dinner time. I said, what's the purpose of this? I forgot about the vocation part. I had so much fun just talking with each other and doing it. And then you got some bright ideas. You know, there was one lady here. She was doing one continent that I was helping her there. And she just made it like a 3D thing. And it brought it out. You see those pictures in books and in magazines. I actually saw it done before my eyes. It was beautiful. She used broccoli. I guess she got it from a lot of snacks here. She broke it up and made it into little trees. I thought that was cute. And snow, she used popcorn. I said, I thought these are our snacks, and you're using them on our paper here. Anyway, it's very nice. Hey, maybe we'll win first prize. I don't know where we're putting all this, but we might be. You never know who's going to look at this, and maybe it'll draw them closer to the Lord.
Here we are at the midpoint of this project, the project about planet Earth and making art with reusable materials and reflecting on the importance of saving the earth and the process of making the art and what it is like spiritually for a person to make art. So we've had people from all different areas come into this project today. We have the sisters, we have people who are my students, people who are colleagues of mine that come in to make glass art, who were very generous in coming to work on this project. So as we listen to these conversations, these people who, many of them don't know each other, suddenly come together with something important about saving the earth and about creating art with reusable materials. And it's exciting to see this happen.
Okay.
I think you can take part in a piece of art.
There it is, right there. Oh, Lord. Let me tell you. Oh, of course he did. I wouldn't have married a man who wouldn't change diapers.
What does she want?
So that means I can die anytime, right?
Isn't that good
Doesn't that feel good?
Well, I've got the stars on the wrapping paper with stars.
With the,
All the sharp.
he thought it was some new thing.
And I'll work on it with you too.
Cool.
It's been
I just clear these edges here a little bit better.
Get that? I can see myself doing this at home. I do have two small children, so I do a lot of arts and crafts, and we're very avid on recycling. So I think it's something that everyone can do at home.
And I didn't know what to expect. I thought, gee, I'm not too creative. What am I going to do? But it was fun doing, and I did bring out the creativity in me. And when I saw the other sisters, I was looking at each one of them and some of the lay people. They were doing wonderful work, and it was exciting, just having fun doing it together. You could do this in school, actually. Families, too, it would be fun. You know, they could use different materials they have in the house. It would be nice for
Or your
families
little
to do.
leftovers, you know, different things. Like they were using buttons. Well, I saw it here for eyes. But even in my area, there was all kind of different kind of buttons and, I don't know, things I never saw in my life.
Okay, so the end result of this project. What do we do with it? Now reflect on this. If we are displaying this work, who knows how long? It could be a couple weeks, it could be a month, a year. At some point, what do we do with this? Does it go back into trash? Which would be not a good thing because it defeats the purpose of the whole project. Now, this is my thought about that. Art, and as an artist and art professional and a teacher and a professor of art, I often teach, especially in contemporary and modern art, is that not all art is meant to be forever. It's not always meant to be kept for all eternity. There are some pieces like the Mona Lisa, of course. So what I'm thinking with this project is that we could then perhaps have a little fire with it, burn them, and take those ashes and put those back into the earth to become part of, ashes are good for gardens and for going back into the soil. So my thought is perhaps this non-ethereal work can go back into its created earth where all these elements came from in the first place. So that is my thought. But perhaps some of you out there might have other ideas to do with this, and I would welcome those opinions.
Well, I was so proud of what we did that I thought I forgot to put my name down. So I came all the way from my room down here just to write my name.